Short story 149, The Lucky Charm. Every Friday night, Leo went to the local night market. It was a maze of colourful tents, each bursting with unique treasures. He loved the hunt, the thrill of finding something unexpected. Tonight, however, Leo felt unlucky. He walked past countless stalls, but nothing caught his eye. Just as he considered leaving, a bright light caught his attention. Tucked away in a corner, an old woman sat surrounded by trinkets. Her smile was warm, her eyes sparkled with mischief. Leo approached cautiously. "Interesting things you have here," he said. The woman chuckled. "Interesting things for interesting people," she replied. Her voice was raspy, like dry leaves rustling in the wind. Leo scanned the trinkets: a chipped porcelain cat, a faded tapestry, a worn leather pouch. None of them seemed special. He sighed. "Maybe I'll come back another time." Suddenly, the woman held up a small, smooth stone. It wasn't shiny or brightly coloured, just a simple grey pebble. Yet Leo felt drawn to it. "This," the woman said, her voice dropping to a whisper, "is a lucky charm. It brings good fortune to its owner." Leo frowned. "Lucky? I haven't exactly had the best night." The woman's eyes twinkled. Perhaps this charm needs the right person to activate its luck. Intrigued, Leo handed her a few coins for the stone. He slipped it into his pocket, feeling its smooth surface against his palm. Leaving the market, Leo saw a crowd gathered around a brightly lit food stall. He squeezed through, his stomach rumbling. As he reached the front, his heart sank. They were sold out of his favourite dish, the spicy chicken noodles. Disappointed, Leo turned to leave. Just then, a hand touched his shoulder. It was the stall owner, a young man with a worried expression. "So sorry, sir," he said. "We just ran out of noodles. But wait!" He reached under his counter and pulled out a large steaming pot. "Turns out I had a backup batch hidden away. Would you like some?" Leo's eyes widened. Lucky charm indeed. He beamed at the stall owner and ordered a double portion. As he ate, Leo noticed a flyer on the wall. It advertised a local photography competition with a grand prize of a professional camera, something he desperately wanted to buy. A surge of excitement ran through him. This could be his chance. He finished his noodles, paid, and rushed home to prepare his best photographs for the competition. The next few weeks were a blur of creativity. Leo poured his heart and soul into choosing and editing his photos. Finally, the deadline arrived, and he submitted his entries with a mix of nervousness and excitement. A couple of weeks later, Leo received a phone call. His heart pounded as he listened. He had won! Not only did he win the grand prize, the camera, but his photo was also chosen to be displayed in the town's art gallery. Standing in the gallery, his photo bathed in warm light, Leo clutched the smooth grey stone in his pocket. He wasn't sure if it was really a lucky charm, but it had certainly been a turning point. From a night of bad luck, it had led him to his dream camera and a chance to share his passion with the world. He smiled. Maybe there was something special about that simple grey stone after all. But Leo's story didn't end there. As more people saw his winning photo, a local bakery owner contacted him. The owner, a kind woman named Mrs. Garcia, wanted Leo to take photos of her delicious pastries for her new website. Leo was thrilled. He spent the next few days at the bakery, capturing the mouth-watering details of Mrs. Garcia's creations. The warm, yeasty aroma filled the air, and Leo found himself inspired. He used his new camera to its full potential, capturing the golden brown crusts of freshly baked bread, the delicate swirls of cinnamon rolls, and the juicy fillings of fruit tarts. Mrs. Garcia was ecstatic with the results. "These photos are incredible, Leo," she exclaimed. "They'll make everyone want to try my pastries." Thanks to Leo's photos, Mrs. Garcia's bakery saw a surge in customers. She even hired Leo as her official photographer, taking pictures for her menus and promotional materials. One day while visiting Mrs. Garcia's bakery, Leo noticed a young woman sketching in a corner. He recognized her. It was Sarah, a talented artist he admired from another town. Her presence made him nervous, but he gathered his courage and introduced himself. To his surprise, Sarah was a huge fan of his photography. They talked for hours about art, creativity, and their journeys as the afternoon sun dipped below the horizon. Days turned into weeks, and Leo and Sarah formed a close bond. They explored hidden corners of the town together, capturing their beauty through Sarah's sketches and Leo's photographs. One evening while walking by the river, Sarah stopped and pointed at an old, weathered willow tree. Its branches dipped gracefully towards the water, creating a natural frame. "That would be a stunning photo," she said, her eyes sparkling with inspiration. Leo pulled out his camera, the lucky charm nestled in his pocket. He framed the tree, capturing its silhouette against the fiery orange sky reflected in the water. As he clicked the shutter, a sense of peace washed over him. He may not have understood the stone's magic, but it had undeniably brought him good fortune. The camera, the job, and now Sarah. Later that week, Leo submitted the photo of the willow tree to a national photography competition. Weeks passed, and he almost forgot about it, consumed by his growing feelings for Sarah. Then, one morning, he received an email notification. His heart pounded as he opened it. "We are thrilled to announce that your photograph, Whispering Willow, has been awarded first place in the National Landscape Photography Competition," the email read. It went on to detail the prize, a week-long photography workshop in Iceland, led by a renowned photographer. Leo stared at the screen, speechless. This was a dream come true. He could travel to a breathtaking location, hone his skills, and share the experience with Sarah. He immediately called her, his voice overflowing with excitement. "Iceland," she repeated, disbelief laced with joy. "This is incredible, Leo. We have to go." And so, a few weeks later, they found themselves standing in awe on the black sand beaches of Iceland, the vast glaciers glistening in the distance. Leo, with his upgraded camera thanks to the competition prize, captured the raw beauty of the landscape, while Sarah filled her sketchbook with its unique flora and fauna. As they explored geysers spouting into the air, waterfalls cascading down cliffs, and volcanic craters filled with turquoise water, Leo realized the lucky charm wasn't just about material things. It had brought him not just good fortune, but also a chance to connect with his passion, his art, and ultimately with Sarah. He slipped the smooth grey stone out of his pocket, a silent thank you for the unexpected journey it had set him on. Vocabulary notes. Nouns. Market. A large open area where people gather to buy and sell goods. Example, the night market was a maze of colourful tents. Trinket. A small ornament or piece of jewellery, often of little value. Example, the woman sat surrounded by trinkets. Charm. A small object believed to bring good luck. Example, The woman held up a small, smooth stone. It wasn't shiny, but Leo felt drawn to it. This, the woman said, is a lucky charm. Noodles, a long, thin strand of pasta. Example, Leo's favourite dish was the spicy chicken noodles. Competition, an event in which people compete for a prize. Example, Leo noticed a flyer on the wall. It advertised a local photography competition. Gallery, a building or room where works of art are displayed. Example, Leo's photo was chosen to be displayed in the town's art gallery. Pastry, a small baked food made with dough, often filled with sweet or savoury ingredients. Example, Mrs. Garcia, a kind woman named Mrs. Garcia, wanted Leo to take photos of her delicious pastries for her new website. Sketch, a rough drawing, often made as a preliminary work of art. Example, Leo noticed a young woman sketching in the corner. Workshop, a short course or series of meetings where people learn practical skills. Example, the prize, a week-long photography workshop in Iceland. Landscape, a large area of countryside viewed as scenery. Example, Leo submitted the photo of the willow tree to a national photography competition. Geyser, a hot spring that erupts periodically, sending a column of water and steam into the air. Example, as they explored geysers spouting into the air. Waterfall, a place where a river or stream falls vertically over a cliff or steep slope. Example, waterfalls cascading down cliffs. Crater, a large round hole formed at the top of a volcano. Example, volcanic craters filled with turquoise water. Verbs. Squeeze, to push or press something so that it becomes smaller or narrower. Example, Leo squeezed through the crowd. Thrilled, very excited and pleased. Example, Leo was thrilled. He spent the next few days at the bakery. Ecstatic, feeling or showing great happiness. Example, Mrs. Garcia was ecstatic with the results. Dip, to move downwards quickly and briefly. Example, the sun dipped below the horizon. Frame, to surround something with a border. Example, Leo pulled out his camera. The lucky charm nestled in his pocket. He framed the tree. Capture, to take a photograph or recording of something. Example, he captured the raw beauty of the landscape. Adjectives. Unique, special or unusual and different from anything else. Example, it was a maze of colourful tents, each filled with unique treasures. Mischief, playful behaviour that is slightly naughty. Example, the old woman sat surrounded by trinkets. Her smile was warm, her eyes sparkled with mischief. Disappointed, sad because something you hoped would happen has not happened. Example, Leo's heart sank. They were sold out of his favourite dish. Worried, feeling anxious or troubled about something. Example, it was the stall owner, a young man with a worried expression. Exhilarated, feeling very excited and happy. Example, Leo was exhilarated. This could be his chance. Mouth-watering, so delicious that it makes your mouth water. Example, the warm yeasty aroma filled the air and Leo found himself inspired. He used his new camera to its full potential, capturing the mouth-watering details of Mrs. Garcia's creations. Breathtaking, so beautiful that it takes your breath away. Example, And so, a few weeks later, they found themselves standing in awe on the black sand beaches of Iceland, the vast glaciers glistening in the distance. Story written by Google Bard AI. Image created by desgo.com AI. Please check out my new blog at www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.